And this is your stupid Quran. And by the way, the same verse supposed to refute the Christian says that if Allah, he decided to create someone, like Isa is the same as Adam. If you want Allah, he said to him, not if you want, he said to him, be, and he was. And then we find that Allah created Adam by his hands, created Satan by his hands, created everybody. He blew his spirit into Mary. He did not say be, and he was. Not a single thing in the religion of Islam created by saying be. That is exists in the Bible, where God, he says, let be light, and light was. A stupid contradiction. So suddenly Jesus became God? No, not suddenly. This is why Jesus says, before Abraham I am. So his birth have nothing to do with his existence. This is his birth in the flesh of a man between the Jews, because the Jews are waiting for him. This is why he was born between the Jews. So I feel sorry for the Muhammadan. And if we ask the Muslims now, well, if Jesus was born in earth, why he don't die in earth? Where is Jesus now? They will say to you, he's in heaven. Well, he went back where he belonged. Where is Muhammad now? They say to you, he's in the grave. Well, he went back where he belonged. From dust to dust. From dust to dust. Where is Muhammad? Dust. When Muhammad, he died, the Muslims, they did not bury him for 3 days. And then Ibn Abbas, he said, "Idfunu sahibakum faqad antan." Bury your friend, he stink. And then they continue saying, "Qadaraba batnahu." His belly became so big because it's full of fart, gas. This is where the stink is coming from. Not only the meat is decaying, his farting. Whatever food you ate before you die, that food is going to be consumed by the bacteria and is going to cause gas. And now because you are not alive, the gas will not go out. You have no control of it. So your belly will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then your body will fart automatically because it cannot hold more. So Muhammad now is dead and he is farting. And not only that, the hadith says, "Insana khunsurahu." His fingers and his fingers became green and they shrink. So they did not bury Muhammad. They thought he is the same as Jesus. We wait for 3 days and he will be fine. Otherwise, I challenge the Muslim to tell me why you not bury him right away. And not only that, the liar Muhammad, he said to them that we prophet our bodies will never decay. So they said to themselves, why we will bury him? Why we will do that? His body will never decay. They believe the liar. But right away when he died, especially in the 3rd day, the fart of Muhammad is all over the place. Look at the liar. He said to them, and by the way, translation is a lie. It says here, invoke many blessing on me. In Arabic, it doesn't say blessing, it says a pray. This is why me hijab, he said, it's mean pray for, not to. Thank you. Suppose it's make a difference. Pray for, not to. So pray for me every Friday. Okay, why? For your prayer will be submitted to me. The companion, they said, Messenger of Allah, how can our prayer be submitted to you? And your body will be has decayed. He says, oh, Allah has forbidden the earth from consuming the bodies of the Prophet. And then 3 days after his death, the Prophet, he stink like a rat. Let us continue. And by the way, if you want me to show you the reference about him being stinking, I can show you very easy. I mean, let us do it actually. Why not? Here we go. Because they might say, Where those reference? Okay. I'm just trying to find the website which is Muslims accept. And you know, Muslims, there's a very easy way to discover if Muhammad is a prophet or not. Open his grave, let us see. Open his grave, and let us see if Muhammad, his body is still as it is. If it's as it is, it's going to be a miracle for sure. Remember, it's going to be as it is. Not like the mummy. It's going to be as it is because Allah, He forbid the earth from consuming our bodies. Here we go. Let us open official books. And now they will cry. And they will say bye-bye. Read with me. This is the book of Sunan al-Durami, volume 1, page number 31. And there it says, let's see. Here we go. Read carefully, Abdul, if you know how to read. Especially if you are the guy who called me to teach me Arabic, but yet he did not even say his prophet name correctly. فقال العباس إن رسول الله قد مات وإنه لبشر وإنه يأسن كما يأسن البشر. Al-Abbas, he said, the messenger of Allah, he passed away, and he is a human, and he stink like a human stink. O people, idfunu sahibakum fa innahu akram ala Allah. So if you will respect him, really bury him, because this is an insult to leave him stink. Is that my book? The reference in front of you. And this is from Google Books. What say you? And now you will say, oh, those Muslims are liars. They lie, brother, they lie. We don't believe Muslim liars. Muslims, they lie always, you know. So anyone who say anything embarrassing, they will say he's a liar. Correct? So let us continue with comments. Here another Abdul, supposed he is smart. He said, you guys invite your friends, we have only 910. I came in this time, so we can, you know, I'm trying to go like when it is morning my time will be night in Indonesia, so we can have Indonesian. Some other time, so we can have people in Europe. You know, I'm trying to mix the time so everybody can have a part of being with us live. So this is Muhammad, and his name is you are a cunt. So we're speaking about his prophet, you are a cunt. Uncircumcised, eating pork. Okay, I will stop one by one. So this Muhammadan is insulting the Christians supposedly. And look what the accusation says. You are uncircumcised. I have a question for you. Why Allah prophet did not circumcise himself? Muslims, Muhammad who asked you to do circumcision, he himself never circumcised himself. Then how you call yourself Abrahamic? How Muhammad he claimed that he is Abrahamic and he is even descendant from Abraham? Isn't it this is the covenant for Abraham and his people? If you remember, Abraham, he circumcised himself by using the hammer because his private part is so big. I mean, what kind of a private part Abraham he have? Is an elephant? He used the adze to circumcise himself? The sledgehammer? So Abraham, he used a sledgehammer to circumcise himself. Muhammad, he never been circumcised. Isn't you Muslim? You follow the Sunnah and you follow the Prophet's steps. Here we go, the Prophet never circumcised. So what you do? Any Abdul? I'm telling you, Abraham, he have a big one, a huge brother. It was like maybe 60 foot tall, like Adam. You know? I mean, do you know even what this hammer is? And let me search in Google, you know, for hold on, just to show you what we are talking about, because some people do not know what this tool is. You have no idea, my friend. I mean, I'm really impressed, proud about our grandfather, you know, Abraham. He's not my grandfather, by the way. I mean, I'm not from Abraham. And Arab have nothing to do with Abraham. So look what Abraham he used to circumcise himself. Abraham, what's wrong with you, Abraham? You could not find something better? You never heard of something called knife? This? Are you sure? This is what Abraham he used to circumcise himself. Aren't you afraid to miss? You know, I think Abraham was practicing somehow, you know, like for a long time. So he knew he will never miss, because one little mistake is going to be very ouch. You know, like, oh boy. This is how Abraham, he circumcised himself. Who told Muhammad this information? The book of histories. From where he got this? Allah, he told him. So look at this idiot. He's making fun of you, Christian. You don't circumcise yourself, but he's a prophet himself, never circumcised. And I challenge you to post a comment. Show me where Muhammad circumcised. Go ahead. Go ahead, be my guest. And then you say, eating pork? Will you Muslim eat pork? You Muslim eat pork. Look what happened. Just to show you the stupidity of this religion is. The Quran says the food of the people of the book is lawful for the Muslims. And as long you know that we eat pork, so how Allah he made it lawful for you? The Muslim, they will say to you, brother, it says it's lawful for us, except pork, brother. Where it says that? You will say there's different verses, it's not lawful to eat pork, but here it says, this is after, I make lawful for you the food of the people of the book. All their food. He doesn't say there's except. Secondly, if we are not circumcised, how you eat our food? What is circumcision then for, supposedly? Abdul, are you there? So, are we good people or we are bad people? If we are bad people and we worship false God, then you should not eat our food. And not only that, he allow you even to marry our women. Just to rape them, you know. Call it marriage. You kidnap them, you know. Like what Muhammad did to many Jewish women. Is it lawful for you to eat our food? If we are dirty, then why you are eating our food? That will make you dirty too. And if you are worshipping false God, by the way, you Christians, you are not allowed to eat halal food, because this is a food slaughtered in the name of a false God. His name is Allah. So if you go to the market and you find the sign, the mark of the beast, halal, on any food, it is forbidden for you to eat it. For this is a food made by those who worship Allah, and they recite the name of Allah when they slaughter the food or the cow or whatever. And this is why I want Christians. You remember the video we made just 2 days ago? When the Muslim they says it's not befitting for Allah to have a son, it's the opposite, Abdul. It's not befitting for us, not only to Jesus, even for us. I mean, Jesus is holy. We are not holy. It's not even befitting for a donkey to accept God to be Allah. Even a donkey, even a pig. I mean, this religion allow you to do muta. What the difference between you and the pig? You jump from a woman to a woman. And this is what the pig do. You claim that you eat only kosher food. And then you claim that the Christians are kuffar. And then you say their food is lawful. How stupid this religion is. If a person worshipping false god, then you should not eat his food. Because everybody knows when a Christian woman, especially in the old days, maybe these days, there's some believers, there's some not. There's many that are Christian by name. But when they make a dua, they put the cross on it and they say the name of Jesus. When they cook, before they eat, so you are eating a food, have a cross on it. How you eat it? Let us continue. Until now, we did not start the topic. Oh, hold on. Then he says, don't keep the Sabbath. Abdul, did your prophet keep the Sabbath? You see, just to show you how stupid this religion is. When Muhammad and he made an accusation, Islam is a religion, if we can call it a religion, accused you of what they do. Do you see how stupid this religion is? Hey Muslim, do you keep the Sabbath? And then he says, believing in 3 instead of 1. No, we believe in 1. We don't believe in 3. You are a liar. You are a fraud like your prophet. Actually, it is you who believe in 3 instead of 1. Your Islam is based on 3 musketeers. Allah, Jibreel, Muhammad. You don't believe in 1. If we ask the Muslim, do you remember, guys, we asked the question in the video about do Allah breathe and what he breathed. Do you remember? If we go to the Quran right now,
he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.